Welcome back again to Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. It's the Boxing Day edition preview of Chelsea's game. The host of games that are going to go on Boxing Day. The conversation about all the teams in there. Um, Arsenal's chances last season. Arsenal are just 1 point off. With respect to where they were last season. So the Boxing Day festivity for the English Premier League is I was just thinking about it. It's one that gives them that monopoly in this time of the year in the market. So there isn't any other league playing. They tend to just have that monopoly. Anybody that loves football, that wants to watch football, just go straight to their TV set and then they go ahead and watch football. Again, for the people of England, it's some form of a holiday destination where they can go and watch some games and have some fun with their family and friends. And it is important for them given how they want to do football. So yes, while the players are bombarded with loads of games around this time, it's just exciting for the fun. I mean, the game has become more business than any other thing, right? I mean, and also even if you look at it from the recreational point of view, these guys understand that this is the job that they are in. Albeit we still have to manage the number of times that they play football, number of times that they're on the field of play, just so you don't overburden them with too much contact time, which may not be good for their long-term health, regardless of how much they take. We want to see these players for a very, 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 very long time. It is Boxing Day edition here on Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. My name is Fiifi-Manfred. I'm grateful. And I asked myself, what am I unboxing on the day of unboxing on Boxing Day? Yes, there isn't anything physical to unbox, but I think in my heart it is filled with love. And in the fact that I get to unbox you guys who have consistently chosen me here on Fiifi-Manfred from June when we started doing this full time, and you have been instrumental in everything that I've done. And I'm unboxing that love that you have shown me, that excitement, everything that you've given me on Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. Trust me, I do not take it lightly. I take it with so much, so much, so much, so much, so much joy, gratitude, and then I'll say a big thank you to everyone. So happy Boxing Day, everyone. This is Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. If you have not subscribed to the channel, do all to pause the video now, subscribe to the channel, and do choose all in there. Pause the video now, subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, and do choose all. But yeah, let's get straight into today's conversation. Let's get straight into it. So yeah, today's conversation is essentially about the Boxing Day games and most especially also generally the festive day, the festivities games in there, and in the context of Chelsea. Chelsea are playing tomorrow. So we'll do a preview analysis for that game that Chelsea are going to play in the London Derby against Crystal Palace. It's at home at Stamford Bridge, and it's against Roy Hodgson's side. It's a tough side to play against, trust me. And it's not a game that's going to be easy. We'll do the tactical analysis briefly here on the tactical board for you. So do not go anywhere. Stick and stay with us. Let us do all the analysis on of Chelsea Football Club going away, staying at home to play against Crystal Palace Football Club. It's an intriguing encounter. And I'll tell you why I think the Mauricio Pochettino outers are just they should take their time. They should be a little bit more patient because I don't think it is time for Pochettino to be sacked. Again, which manager are you going for right now? And if you say Mauricio Pochettino should go, who is readily available in the market? Who is that tactically inclined on the market? How does the search go on for the Chelsea sporting directors? Where do they get these guys? It's important that you look at all of these things in the perspective of Chelsea and where they are as a club first before you go ahead and make any decision. So I think that's still time. I mean, I get frustrated, but trust me, when Christopher Nkuku did come on against Wolverhampton Wanderers, I saw some good stuff, some very, 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 very good stuff. Brilliant stuff as to how Pochettino wanted to play. He started a game with a three back. Essentially, he went into that very good shape of a 3-2-5 shape up top. Half space occupation. I think that the biggest problem that I had with Mauricio Pochettino in a game against Wolverhampton Wanderers was his starting attackers. Why did he didn't have to play Nicolas Jackson and Amando Broya together. He didn't have to play Nicolas Jackson on the left hand side. Keep Mihailo Modric still on in the game. Get him to start the game. then you can have enough with, then of course you can get players in between the lines. In this game against Crystal Palace, Chelsea are going to be without Cole Palmer and then Raheem Sterling. It means that a lot of people are clamoring that there should be Noni Madueke playing in this game. People are saying that Mihailo Modric is growing and is coming of age and he should play. I remember in one of these analyses, I did mention that you just ought to be patient with Mihailo Modric. He's a top player and it was going to come good. Mihailo has come good. He's showing signs of being a solid player, playing some good stuff. His decision making has been very good, and just as a result of patience. Processes are difficult. I understand that it's a tough time for almost every Chelsea fellow, but really, you want to be a little bit patient with the team. You want to look at a few things that you are seeing, and that's my job as a tactical, to look through in between the lines and make sense of everything that's going on for you, not to be reactionary. I mean, to be very honest with you, sometimes as a fan, when these things happen, I get worried, I get reactions. That's why I don't post videos right after Chelsea losses. Take my time after hours, watch the game again, look at certain things, look at what other people have said before I even go in and have any conversation. But by way of information, you should know that today there are a lot of games that are coming on in the English Premier League on the 26th of December on Boxing Day. Newcastle are going to play at home against Nottingham Forest. Newcastle are going to play at home against Nottingham Forest. That's just starting around 12:30. They're about UK time. It's a tough game. For not Nottingham Forest, for Nottingham Forest. And Forest under Steve Cooper have had some issues in recent times, and they have been also inconsistent in the English Premier League when it comes about teams that are not getting that consistency. Even after spending all of that money, their Greek owners have pumped some good money into the team. You look at Ibrahima Sangare in the team, you look at Kalim Hossein and the likes, some of these very, very important players in the team, really bully. These players that have experienced the English Premier League coming, they just don't seem to be getting a foothold of exactly how they want to play. Antonio Langa, Ola Aina, these are all top players that have played in the Prem. And they are going away to a Newcastle side who have also struggled, not gotten results. Especially, it's a continuation of their away form when they lost against Chelsea in the Carabao Cup quarterfinals. Then it is there's lack of squad depth. Then the inability to get that thing clicking away from home. But at the St. James Park, they're very, very dangerous side to play against. And I think that they are not going to lose this game. I think that Eddie Howe is a good manager. When he's playing at home, he's able to use the fans and then the people at the St. James Park to push the boys. And I mean, I've said it consistently here that if you want a manager who will give you a clinic of not necessarily playing out from the back, somebody that understands that you need your physicality to chase games and you can win games using physicality, then Eddie Howe is the man. I think that at home it gives them the opportunity and it's a double chance for them, in my opinion. There is a big one, Bournemouth versus Fulham. Fulham did lose to Luton at home. It was a result that came to Burnley at home. It was a result that came as a surprise to a lot of people. Marco Silva's side also this season, after losing Mitrovic and bringing in Raul Jimenez, they are not being able to replace those goals that Mitrovic gave them last season. It's affecting their general performance. However, they are still doing good. Essentially, that loss against Burnley was a big one to them. Marco Silva would want to bounce back against Bournemouth. Trust me, Bournemouth are in a very good place. And Domenico Solanke, one of those players that comes from the Chelsea Academy, that again, they didn't get all the credit that they deserve. Went to Liverpool at some point, just wanted to buy him. There are reports that in January, Arsenal are looking at getting his signature to the Emirates. Something I don't think will happen, however. He's playing some good stuff, and Bournemouth are in a very good place, and a very good Spanish manager, Andoni, who's doing a very good job with them. A lot of JPDs, the Jagador de Position, was very good 4-3-3 positional play, and sometimes playing Antoine Semenyo from out wide, playing some good stuff, central area sometimes. When Antoine Semenyo comes, and he's able to push and inject a lot of pace and intensity in his press, and it's helping the team. They are playing a game at home to Fulham. The game that I think goals are going to come a lot, so it's an over 1.5 for Fulham versus Bournemouth in the English Premier League on Boxing Day. Like that, Sheffield United are playing against Luton Town. Sheffield United are playing against Luton Town. Sheffield, after what happened to Tom Lockyer, they are trying to bounce back. They got a very good win at home the last time they played in there. I mean, it was a game that you could see it coming. That game they played against Arsenal, the one they played in there against Manchester City. All of these games, they kept on doing good stuff, but really, it didn't click. They got the Very, very important home win the last time, and Andros Thompson dedicated that goal to Tom Lockyer. Tom, we hear, is doing very, very fine. The captain of Sheffield United, who fainted in their last game before this one, Bournemouth, I think, that was postponed um, around that time. So yeah, Burnley, after going away to beat Fulham, will stay at home at Turf Moor and wait for Liverpool. I know a lot of people asking questions of Van Sant Company. I don't. I see what Van Sant Company wants to do. I see it. He just doesn't have the players. And sadly enough, Burnley isn't a team where he's going to get the players. Yes, they have very good American owners that have invested quite a lot into the team. Look at players like Odobert, who were brought from France. And I remember one time I watched Odobert in the French Ligue 1, and I could tell from get go that this guy is a brilliant player. He's going to be a smart player, and he scored a very, very good goal the last time that Burnley did play against Fulham at the Craven Cottage, and I think that home, when Burnley are going to host Liverpool, it's going to be a lot of goals. Actually, that's something I can assure you. A lot of goals, and over 1.5, over 2.5 in there for them in there. So it's an important one, right? So yeah, Manchester United, I would stay at home and play against Aston Villa. United are just like Chelsea. Struggle there, struggle tomorrow, don't get exactly what they want to get. And it's a difficult ask for United to just go into games and ask them to win matches, especially against Aston Villa, who are flying, actually playing some very, very good football, very good high line. And it's that left hand side with Oli Watkins and sometimes Leon Bailey coming in, being aggressive. Douglas Luiz has been exciting the middle of the park for them. They have the depth in Yuri Telemann, who comes in sometimes to also come and play as a CM and gives them that very good security on and off the ball with Douglas Luiz. And it's a team. For me, I think that the best part of Aston Villa's side is their defense, right? And I've seen the likes of John McGinn coming to the middle of the park to play some good stuff. But look at the likes of Marty Cash in the team. You look at what the two centre backs, the guy that just came from Villarreal, the two centre backs that come from Villarreal, and then of course goalkeeper Emi Martinez. Very tough, very, very good players in there. And it's a tough game. Look at Manchester United; they are not getting results. They are not getting it, and I think that it's a good time for you to hear of what has happened to them with respect to the 25% that Sir Jim Ratcliffe is going to have. I've consistently said, every Manchester United fan that has listened to me, that have heard me speak about United, have said that, hey, it goes beyond just one manager. It goes beyond just Eric Ten Hag. It goes beyond just one guy who can make a decision. Because, hey, Louis Van Gaal, Jose Mourinho, you have had Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, you have had Dave Moyes, you have all of these guys come and go, yet you don't get results. Then there's something deeper than just tactics or what's not. And I think it's about the club sporting direction. People speak about Eric Ten Hag's issues with player identification, and then how he's able to scout players and get some of the players. I mean, with respect to the purchase of somebody like Anthony, right? But again, if you are the sporting director, then he may see some of these things and then say that, hey, we can't do it this way, we have to do it that way, which is very, 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 very important in that regard. So, yes, but let's go straight into previewing Chelsea versus Crystal Palace. An important game for Chelsea Football Club. They are in this game. They know that it's a game where they need to bounce back and get some very good wins. That result against Wolverhampton Wanderers was a difficult one, but I think that Pochettino set up in a very, very good way, given the kind of players that he had. Caicedo out, Enzo Fernandez out. It was a very, very good way to set up. Again, I liked how the team was set up when Nkunku did come on. I'm just worried for Benoit Bellachile. If he doesn't stop making some of these mistakes and becomes a part of him, then he will drop down the pecking order. And I genuinely believe that Bellachile is one of the best left-footed centre backs that you get anywhere in the world. Trust me. I see when the centre backs pop passes like that, and I sit behind my TV and I hear the pop, like when they pass, it is brilliant. And I think that Bellachile is good. I can't wait for Wesley Fofana to be back. But yeah, that's it for Chelsea Football Club. The last time Romeo Lavia was on the bench, I don't know if he's going to play this time. We'll analyze for you Crystal Palace, where they are as a team, how they play vis-a-vis Chelsea. So yeah, let's get straight into that pre-match analysis. Chelsea versus Crystal Palace here. Yeah, so let's go ahead and do Tactical analysis, pretty much Chelsea versus Crystal Palace. So, mind you, I'm going to infuse the post-match analysis, post-match tactical analysis of the game against Wolverhampton Wanderers, and why I think that Pochettino did some good stuff in that game against Wolverhampton Wanderers, and we'll go straight into it. Again, this is Fiifi-Manfred. If you've not subscribed to the channel, do subscribe to the channel. Let's get straight into it. So, in a game against Wolverhampton Wanderers, Chelsea played in a three at the back. So this is a four at the back shape, but more like a three at the back like this. And it became like a 3-5-2 essentially, so that Jackson and then Broja were going to lead the lines for Chelsea Football Club, which made a lot of sense. It made a lot of sense given where the team was. Chelsea didn't have Moise Caicedo. Enzo Fernandez was also out with his hernia issues. And then Mauricio Pochettino wanted to make sure that he has an optimal system for the players that he had available to himself, with the likes of Leslie Ugochukwu and then Conor Gallagher coming to play at the base. So it was a double pivot of Conor and then Leslie Ugochukwu. Now, most of the times with the ball, this was Chelsea shape, but without the ball, it became like a 4-4-2 where you have Axel De Sass, you have Malo Gusto, Axel De Sass, Thiago Silva, and then Levi Cole making the back four. Then in the middle of the pack, you have Raheem Sterling. On the right hand side, however, it was Raheem Sterling, Cole Palmer. Then in here, you are consistently going to get your man Nicholas Jackson on the left hand side, keeping the width in there. Then the two attackers up front. And I think that this generally gave Chelsea some balance, and it gave Wolverhampton Wanderers a lot of questions to ask themselves about. And Gary O'Neill didn't prepare for this. It was when the game went on, I think after the first 15 minutes, he realized that Chelsea are building up in a different shape. They are playing in a different way. Then he switched. So when he realized that Chelsea are building up with three, where Malo Gusto rather come and keep the weight in here, then you have either of Nicholas Jackson also on the left-hand side. Then you're going to have Cole Palmer inside, Raheem Sterling coming from the other end, then Armando Broja leaving the lines in there. So essentially a 3-2-5, right? So Gusto will keep the weight over there. Gallagher and then Leslie Ugochukwu will sit in the hole. Then you have Jackson keeping the weight in here, Cole Palmer on the half space, Sterling on the left half space, then Armando Broja. So immediately he saw this. Now he adds his Burnley team that consistently, his Wolverhampton team that's every day were playing with a three at the back, with a 3-4-3 up top to come and press three of Chelsea centre. So you realize that after the first 15-20 minutes, Chelsea struggled to find to play out on the back. And I think that's essentially what made Burnley's game, why do I keep on saying that? What made Wolves' game against Chelsea very successful were three players. I think it was Totti, it was Mario Lamina, the one other person in the middle of the pack. And especially for Totti, he was very aggressive in there, going in to win those balls, chasing Conor Gallagher and the Leslie Ugochukwu anytime they win the ball. And anytime Chelsea used Cole Palmer to drop into the half space to come and receive the ball, they were aggressive at them. They followed them inside. They made sure that every time they had the players to win the ball off them and then do the needful. It was very important. Very important what they wanted to do against Burnley. And that's exactly what Chelsea did in a bid to try and stop what Wolverhampton did in a bid to try and stop Cole Palmer, Raheem Sterling from the half spaces and receiving those balls. So Chelsea essentially lost the game because of a very good in-game management. But I like the shape for Mauricio Pochettino. I like the fact that he wanted to play how he wanted to play, and then he tried to find an optimal system. I've consistently said I don't think Mauricio Pochettino is the best tactical brain around. I don't think he's the one to take Chelsea to the highest level. I just think that as it stands now, he's the best man for the job, especially mid-season. You don't sack Mauricio Pochettino now. You want to be more patient with him. So Chelsea are going to play Crystal Palace, and again, that's going to play that at Stamford Bridge. It's not a big ask to say that Chelsea should be able to win this game. It is not a big ask at all. So Crystal Palace in the last 5 games have come up with the same starting lineup where it's a 4-3-3 sort of, and it's a mid 4-3 of Richards, Lerma, and then Hughes. For me, the most important player that could do that job of Lemina is Hughes. Hughes is very good. He's a very good aggressor, chases down people on the ball, closes people in inside, follows them inside, makes it tough for people to receive the ball. And of course, the front three of Jordan Ayew, Jean-Philippe Mateta, and then Michael Olise. Olise, mind you, comes on the right hand side, comes inverted as an inside 10, comes inside like that. Same for Jordan Ayew, who starts from the left, but then comes in on the right onto his right foot in the inside, and then causes problems. In the last game I've seen Crystal Palace play against Brighton or Wabia, they use the intensity of the front three press. So Mateta was very aggressive with the press against Brighton. Same for Jean-Philippe Mateta, Michael Olise, and then Jordan Ayew. Jordan got a goal from the being aggressive and pressing. It's very, very important. The difference, however, is that when Crystal Palace are with the ball, it's that 4-3-3. Yeah? Without the ball, it becomes a 4-4-2, where they drop extra man into the middle of the park in there, right? So that it makes it very compact in a mid block. And I think that this system that Crystal Palace play 4-4-2 without the ball fits very well how Chelsea want to play. Unless Crystal Palace change to press Chelsea with the front three, with pressing Levi Cole, pressing Thiago Silva, and then pressing Axel Disasi, then you put them under a lot of pressure. Every time that the Wolverhampton Wanderers came to press Chelsea, it was 3 pressing all of Chelsea's centre back, which was very important. I think that was one of the reasons why they were able to put Chelsea under pressure, force Disasi, and then Thiago Silva to make mistakes. Thiago Silva at some point in time would follow players inside, whilst guys like Chan will get in behind him because they consistently took their attention and they went long. When they went long, they know that these 3 centre backs will follow them. Once you follow them, then you make mistakes. The spaces are left in behind, they exploit them. It's important. If Crystal Palace are going to defend in the 4-4, then the 3-2-5 sheet that Chelsea need to have. So 3-2-5 like that. However, Chelsea want to play. Cole Palmer is not going to play. Raheem Sterling is not going to play. So it means that the right half space is going to be a big deal for Chelsea. Crystal Palace are going to press with the top 2 like that. Chelsea centre backs are going to push up and make the pitch very constricted in here. Hughes and then Lemma will try and follow down the willing runners in the half spaces, which is going to be very important for them. Whilst Conor Gallagher and whoever becomes a pivot, I don't think Leslie Rochukwu will play. If Romeo Lavia is fit, it's Moise Caicedo is coming. I mean that any of them can form that pivot in here. They will be tagged with a counter pressing job, which is going to be very important. Now, the bigger ask for Chelsea, the bigger question for Chelsea is the right half space. Who comes in? Because I think that Noni Madueke has done enough to start on the right hand side, and Noni loves to start on the right hand side. Unlike Raheem Sterling, who's not so comfortable, himself and Mihailo Modric all want to be on the left. Noni can be on the right hand side. I know again that Noni coming deep into this area is the reason why Mauricio Pochettino doesn't really play him, because Noni's defensive awareness is not the best in this area. He lost that ball in here for Wolverhampton to score the second goal. So if anybody asks why is that Pochettino doesn't play Noni Madueke, these are some of the things in this area. His defensive awareness isn't there, and sometimes it's worrying, especially if you are not giving a lot more in attack, right? So it's a little bit worrying. But I think that Noni should be able to play in there. So himself, Manuel Gusto, a lot of wide players, very good. I'm expecting a lot of very good and overlapping runs from here. In the right half space, however, it depends on who Chelsea is playing at the base. On the left-hand side, I'm expecting Mihailo Modric, then Nkunku in here. If Chelsea have Nkunku in here, it's very, very important, where Nkunku will be in this zone. He'll be floating in this zone as a second striker back to Nicolas Jackson, Armando Broja, and also on the left-hand space. That's where he loves to thrive. Whilst I would love to see Romeo Lavia start. I would love to see Romeo Lavia start. See, I won't even lie. I'm trying to do the analysis diplomatically. But I'd love to see Romeo Lavia playing again like this, where he is in here. Counter pressing. He's a very good line breaker, so especially in the absence of Enzo Fernandez, even if it is Moise Caicedo in here to give Chelsea that chance. If Crystal Palace play like this off the ball, and Chelsea are also aggressive against them, I think Chelsea should win this game. I think it's about that. That's what the game should be hinged on. Crystal Palace keep this shape without the ball, sit a little bit mid or deep, then Chelsea should be able to get the job done. Guys, I think that this is why I should draw the kids. And I've given you a long video. I'm sure you enjoyed it. This is Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. I'm grateful for you. If not subscribed to the channel, do want to subscribe and turn on your notification